Well, basically, the house opposite it's called Regulus Cottage, and it's quite a big footprint actually. It's actually got its own self-contained flat, and it's got it comes right the way through over what you probably would be about two houses. But the chap who used to live there, he passed away, and then we heard nothing about it until one day somebody said that this guy who was a millionaire had bought it, didn't know anything about it. And we heard nothing for a long, long time, except one day when I woke up one morning and I found there was a guy with a big surveying stick who was measuring my windows. That was the first thing in the morning. I got up and found this guy measuring my windows. And then 2 weeks ago, we got a planning notice to say that they're putting permission to demolish the whole complex and build 2 brand new townhouses, which would probably increase its height by about 30-40%, and would involve an excavation of an underground garage, which would be done on a kind of compressed lift system, and then there would be like an underground swimming pool with entrances both on the cliff side and the cathedral side, and suddenly I live 10 feet away, and 3 of my windows in my main and only living space face onto this property. And I'm thinking, my goodness, this is going to take, heavy plant and equipment to demolish the place, and then lots of pile driving, heavy equipment, cherry pickers, excavators, lorries coming down the narrow lanes on the cliffside to excavate all this bedrock from basically what's basically the cliffside. And I'd had to spend about over a year trying to live and work as a retired person living in council sheltered accommodation.
And how long have you lived here before?
I've lived here for about 5 years, just under 5 years.
And what about the other residents?
There are 13 residents altogether. 2 of them are not here at the moment. One person's in hospital and they're keeping her flat open in case she recovers and comes back. So there's about 11 of us who are resident, all in single person, 1-bedroom flats, all with different needs. We're all here because I'm here because I've got a pineal cyst on my brain which causes the occasional sort of blackout and headaches and things like that. But some people are quite elderly, in their 80s. I think we've got one in their 90s. And this is the problem, you see, because some of the people won't know what's going on, so they haven't put in any objections to the planning because they don't really know what's happening. They're quite confused by it. So there's a core of about 5 or 6 of us who are opposing this. We've got together with the people on the other side, which is the guy that owns the picture framing business, and then 2 of the owners of the holiday lets on the other side, and we're all fairly united that we don't want this to happen.
And do you think without the rejections of the elderly citizens that aren't in a position to reject this will probably go ahead, this big development?
Do you know, we don't know. If you look around St Andrews, you'll see all sorts of modernist developments, both on the cliffside, and you've got the new hotel opposite the 18th fairway and the golf course. These things seem to have gone through. So we've no way of knowing. We're just hoping that the weight of opinion and the sort of common sense attitude, because if it goes ahead, I mean, I'm probably going to have to move out. So I face the prospect of becoming homeless.